Hello, everyone, and welcome to the FootieFanZone episode 3. Bit of a different voice. Instead of hearing Kieran rambling on, you've got me as host, which is very different. A bit of a different situation for me as well. We're also joined by Elliot today. Elliot, how are you, my friend?
All good, mate. How are you?
I'm very well after what we'll discuss a little bit later. But I think we should first go into the Premier League matches that happened this weekend. So, if you can see that, Elliot.
Yeah.
So, first off, we had Chelsea confirm that they are safe in the Premier League for next season, which is a bit of an awkward thing to say because you don't normally hear that. But they beat Bournemouth 3-1. Any opinions on this game, Elliot?
Chelsea needed that win, didn't they? After losing near enough all their games under Lampard, they really need that win to kind of what's what I'm looking for? To kind of say, look, we now know how Lampard wants us to play, and we can get through to the end of the season and not go 007.
Yeah, obviously Chelsea really didn't need that win, and I think with their point of view, obviously that's now solidified them. I think they don't really have to worry with winning the next 3 games. I think they need to be a little bit more relaxed as well and calm. And now they know that they're safe, they can play the way that Lampard wants them to play. But obviously, if they bring in a new manager next season, it's going to shake things up again. Then we go to the Etihad, where Man City beat Leeds 2-1. Again, Man City scraping a win there. What's your opinion on it, Elliot?
Yeah, obviously as an Arsenal fan, I was hoping they'd drop points, but that was not the case. But that City team's going to keep winning and winning. They're going to win every game to the end of the season, I reckon.
How would you think that could affect Arsenal's standpoint?
I think how Arsenal see it is they still have to win every game because there could be a slip up at some point unexpectedly. So I think they're still going all guns blazing, giving it everything, trying to win every game, and all it needs that one slip up from City, and it's all leaving again.
Fair play. Yeah, City obviously scraping that win. I think there might be a slip up, and I don't know who it's going to be against. Obviously, it wasn't against us. I was hoping and praying that it would, but obviously ended 3-0 last week. And yeah, I can't. I have no offense to you, Elliot. I can't see Man City slipping up now. I really can't.
Neither can I. It was good whilst it lasted, mate.
90% of the season, and now you've bottled it. Anyway, Wolves beating the other Claret and Blue team in the Premier League, Aston Villa 1-0. Now, that's a strong win for Wolves, but unfortunate for Villa. Again, Elliot, your opinions?
Yeah, I think this is a game that you kind of expected Villa to win, and a game they needed to win because they're pushing for Europe, obviously, and they're on a good run of games with Unai Emery and etc. But yeah, huge win for Wolves, and they're slowly creeping up that table again.
Wolves obviously creeping up the tables, and Villa standing strong on a chance of European football. We're next going to White Hart Lane, or what it used to be called, where Tottenham beat Crystal Palace, who are on fire 1-0. Are Tottenham's top 4 chances out the window?
Personally, I don't see them getting top 4. I think there are stronger teams in that top 4 bracket. But yeah, hopefully they don't get top 4. But I just think there's going to be a couple more slip ups by them, and they're not going to win all the games to get in top 4.
So Liverpool scraping by with Brentford against Brentford at Anfield. Are Brentford slowly creeping down the table and Liverpool creeping back up it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it gets to that point in the season where Brentford don't have much squad depth, so it's all that every player kind of plays every game and kind of get a bit like kind of play too much and exhaustion and stuff. And yeah, but on Liverpool's half, they're creeping up there. They're what, fifth now?
1 point behind Man United in fifth, yes.
Yeah. See there, a few weeks ago they were mid-table. Now they're pushing for top four. I reckon they could do it.
There is a likely chance that it could happen, and especially with the score that happened on Sunday. Arsenal 2, Newcastle 0 at St James's Park. Again, Newcastle slipping up. Could that cost them?
No, I think from now until the end of the season, like Newcastle will still be strong. I reckon they'll get that third spot. I reckon they'll finish just above Liverpool. Um, but yeah, the next game they'll start. They'll start with another win and go on again. And because your players like Isaac and Wilson, they're just scoring goals for fun, aren't they? So they're
They
definitely going to get top four.
they are currently 3 points ahead of Liverpool. So Newcastle sit on 65 points, Man United sit on 63 points, and Liverpool sit on 62 points. So it could all
Good end to the season.
it is, and a few costly losses like that could cost them. Then we're going to the London Stadium, the home of the Hammers, my boys, beating on hot form Man United 1-0 by a David De Gea slip up. I mean, Benrahma's shot was very, very weak, but David De Gea should be saving that. And I think, yeah, he may have slipped. You can blame it on slipping, but any keeper should be prepared for any type of slip or mess up in any way, shape, or form. And I think that's where, and obviously me and Kieran spoke about this, I think it was last week, where we were saying De Gea needs to go.
Yeah.
What's your point on that, Elliot?
Yeah, I read the other day that they're looking to give him a new contract. But for me, he's been there too long. His time's up. What he needs to do, send him off to somewhere like, I don't know, back to Spain or something. And then bring in Costa from Porto. Something like that, that's what he needs to do. Because De Gea's got too many mistakes in him. And Costa's a young keeper who obviously plays out from the back, which is what they try and do. And yeah, I just think De Gea's time's up.
Do you want to know Kieran's option of choice?
Go on then.
Onana from Inter Milan.
Yeah. He's been linked with Premier League clubs, hasn't he? Chelsea.
Yeah, I really think he would be good. I think, but obviously Man United would have to fight for that and put in a good bid. Then we are going across to Craven Cottage, where Fulham beat my other boys, Leicester 5-3 in a spectacular game. Elliot, have you got any points on this?
I mean, Leicester are just struggling. It's like they can't get out of that dogfight at the bottom of the table. But games like this shows they're capable of scoring, but they just concede too many. And I just wonder if that's going to be their downfall. And if they get relegated, is it going to be down to them conceding too many goals?
I'd fully agree with you, yes, but at the same time, is it because they didn't want to play under Rodgers? because look how they were playing under Rodgers now to compare to Dean Smith. Dean Smith has lit that Leicester squad on fire, and they are trying to fight now. Whereas Dean Smith with Brendan Rodgers, they weren't trying to fight. You could see there was nothing in them and no fighting them whatsoever. But the next two games that we're going to talk about probably didn't help the fact that Leicester are back in the relegation zone, with Everton beating Brighton, who have been on top form, 5-1. That is absolutely shocking to see that Brighton are losing by 4 goals. Elliot, have you got anything on that?
Yeah, no one expected Everton to win, let alone beat them 5-1. I mean, full credit to Everton. They played very well. And I think McNeil in that game was incredible. But I think that's the win they needed. Can they continue playing like that to the end of the season? I don't know. But so far, if they use how they played this game, then I reckon there's a chance. But no, it's Brighton's end. It's poor from them after being on such good form. And you can't be losing games like that.
Well, I can tell you that Everton's the next 3 run-ins and final run-ins are Man City at home, Wolves away, and Bournemouth at home. It could cost them. The Man City game could cost them. Even Bournemouth, because Bournemouth have been on quite tremendous form.
Yeah.
But Brighton, is that going to knock their European chances?
Yeah, I think they'll have to really, really assess what happened that game and think quickly, how can we change that so it doesn't happen again? Because they are pushing for Europe. And they obviously have the quality to do that. It's just little minor slip-ups like this that will cost them.
It 100% will cost them. And then we are going to the City ground, the other team that managed to pull Leicester back into that relegation zone. Notts Forest 4, and the other relegation battle candidates, Southampton 3. Notts Forest managing to pick up a win. I think it's the last 5 they've lost. I will check that. But many. So the last game they won was against Brighton, and that was in April. So 26th of April. So, I mean, Forest, are they going down or are they staying up? What's your opinion, Elliot?
It's a hard one because on their day, they are quite a good team. But it's the consistency within that team. One week they can play really well. You think, right, okay, they have a chance of staying up. Then the next week, they'll fumble it and look terrible. And it's just that consistency that's letting them down. But I don't know. I mean, I've said when we did when we done the video of where we think the final table is going to be. Watch that video, by the way, if you know what I mean. So I'll plug that in there. But yeah, I do think they're one of the strongest people to go down.
I will fully give you benefit on that one. We are going to go into match day 36 as we get closer and closer to the final days of the season. So we will do match day 25 as well, because that will be obviously within this slot. So Leeds versus Newcastle, the early kickoff on Saturday. Elliot, what's the score prediction?
I think Newcastle will be too good for that Leeds defence. I think it'll be 3-0 Newcastle.
I will go 4-1 Newcastle. Southampton versus Fulham is the 3:00 kickoff. Again, Elliot, what is your prediction on this one?
I'm going to say 2-1 Fulham.
I'm going to say 2-0 Fulham. Chelsea versus Forest.
1-0.
2-1 Chelsea, I'm going to say. Villa versus Spurs.
It's a tricky one. I'm going to say 2-0 Villa.
I'm going to go 1-1. Man United versus Wolves.
3-1 Man United.
I'm going to go 2-1 Man United. Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth.
2-2.
I'm going to go 3-2 Crystal Palace. And then, as we mentioned earlier, Everton versus Man City.
5-0 City.
But look, do you know what? I'm going to go 4-0 Man City. I was going to agree with you, but I thought I'll let Everton take one off. Brentford versus West Ham United is the 2:00 kickoff on Sunday. Elliot, your thoughts?
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I think it's going to be 2-1 Brentford.
Do you know what? I'm going to go 1-0. Then your boys, Arsenal versus Brighton. I'm going to go 2-1 Brighton.
I'm going to reverse it and say 2-1 Arsenal.
And then a big clash. Again, in FootieFanZone, it's Leicester City versus Liverpool, Monday night football. Elliot, your points?
I'm going to say 4-0 Liverpool.
I'm going to say 3-0 Liverpool. Tell you what, I'm going to message Kieran.
We're asking for his
your
opinion.
score prediction for Leicester?
So the answers.
Yep, we're hoping the answers. Leicester versus Liverpool. Once we get something back from him, I will pipe up and say that. But next, we are going to talk about a situation that is happening over in France with Messi and Neymar. Fans outside chanting to Neymar to get out the club, as well with Messi. Messi has also been fined 2 weeks' wages and will look like he'll be leaving in the summer. Elliot, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's because obviously they're on a massive amount of money, ridiculous amount of money. And with that comes standards of how they should act and what they should do and stuff like that and how they should perform. And I think, I don't know, I think that they should try and keep them, but I think the players should leave at the same time, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
Like Messi should just go back to Barcelona. Neymar
fair point.
possibly do the same if Barcelona can somehow afford it. But I just think it's got that bad where they just need to leave.
Well, obviously there is 3 predictions for where Messi could go. One is Premier League, which would absolutely light up the Premier League. Number 2 is back to Barca, and number 3 is Saudi Arabia. For some reason, I can't see him going to Saudi Arabia to compete with Ronaldo again. I really can't see it.
Ronaldo wants to leave Saudi Arabia, doesn't
he? Well, that'd be great. So obviously, like I said, but again, even if Ronaldo doesn't leave, I can't see Messi going to Saudi Arabia to compete with Ronaldo, which he did for numbers of years whilst Ronaldo was at Real Madrid. I don't know if Barca can afford Messi. I mean, yes, it would be on a free, but it's the wages, signing bonuses and stuff like that, if there is any. So the only other option I can really see is Messi coming to the Premier League.
I don't think that'll happen. As much as I want it to happen, I can't see him coming to the Prem. I think in my order it'd be Barcelona, Saudi, and then Prem. I can't see it happening.
I really think money talks, and I think you got the likes of Man City, Man United. Again, Kieran, you're having to mention Liverpool.
Which one of them would he go to?
I'd say Man City.
It's got to be seeing it. Imagine
I
that.
think
Haaland and Messi in the same team.
that would just be, might as well give up the league. Anyway, yeah, and Neymar, I don't know where he's going to go. There's rumours of him going to Chelsea again. I don't think that's liable to happen. I just don't think Chelsea will want someone like Neymar in the club who is just always on the floor and always injured.
Yeah. Do you know where I can see him going?
Where?
Somewhere like Bayern Munich, I reckon.
Yeah.
They get rid of Mane already, apparently.
Well, after that fight they had, yeah, I think that
Yeah.
probably will be happening. Next, we are going to go on to Europa League and seeing what will be happening Conference League first, and seeing tonight's games. I'm getting a bit shaky now, you know what I mean? But West Ham will be taking on AZ Alkmaar, a Dutch team, if I'm off the top of my head, if I'm saying
Correct.
that correctly. And here we go, Kieran. So how rude of me, how rude of you that you messaged me and not noticed I'm listening to the show. He's going to say 2-0 Liverpool. Cheers, Kieran. Yeah, I completely forgot you were listening. It doesn't tell us who is listening. But yeah, there you go. There's your little cameo. And I mean, do you know what? We'll get your opinion on the West Ham game as well. If you just give me 1 second and I can get it up. So we can have Kieran's little opinions in here as well. So the games tonight, you have West Ham versus AZ Alkmaar, like I said, and Florentina versus Basel, or Basel, whatever you want to say. Elliot, your opinions on how tonight's games are going to go?
Right, I'll obviously give you the West Ham one. I'll go with the Fiorentina one. I think both of them teams have been surprise packages in the competition this year. I don't think you would have put either of them to get to the semi-final. Basel obviously played very well to knock out Nice. But Fiorentina have also been on great form in the competition. But yeah, I think it'll be a very good game. Two teams are not high profile and haven't got much high profile players, but they are two very good teams. So yeah, I think it'll be a good game.
Your score prediction for Florentina versus Basel?
I'm gonna go 1-1
Fair play. And West Ham versus AZ Alkmaar. Sorry. I'm pretty confident now after that win against Man United. It kind of solidified that we were now back on top form. We were just driving at the Man United goal and they were just defending left, right, and centre. And after that performance against Ghent, I think we can come out on top. I think it's going to be 2-0. And I've just seen what Kieran has put. He's put West Ham 3-0 tonight. Kieran, I fell back in love with you, lad. Not in that way, as a mate. You were lucky. Elliot, have you got any points on the West Ham game tonight?
I just agree with what you two said, as in I think it'll be a West Ham win. I think AZ won't be able to handle West Ham, especially on the form they're on at the minute after the May night game, like you said.
Yeah. Abysmal Man United, but we're now going to go into the Champions League. As we know, Real Madrid drawing to Man City 1-0 in the first leg at the Bernabeu. How do you think that's going to play out in the second leg, Elliot?
So it could go either way. For me, they're the two strongest teams in the Champions League by a mile. Um, I don't think it's one you can really predict, if I'm being completely honest with you.
I would agree with you there. I would seriously agree. I think they're both two strong teams, and like me and Kieran said yesterday, I think it's to the point where whoever wins this is winning the Champions League.
Yes. Yeah. I'd have to agree.
And I don't think there's going to be any question about it. Man City looked red hot. They were drilling at that Real Madrid goal, but Real Madrid eventually found their little flair and little flicks and stuff like that, and scored first. And then Kevin De Bruyne with an absolute beautiful strike to level the pegging. And then Inter Milan, I think it was 2-0 to them.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Now, are we going to see a Spanish league final?
What's that, Gary? You're lagging. I didn't hear that.
Are we going to see a Spanish versus Italy Champions League final, or a English versus Italy Champions League final?
I reckon Man City will just pip Madrid. I really do think it would be just by one goal.
Yeah,
And that will City against Inter, and then City will win it.
Kieran, still have you involved? It shouldn't take too long for him to type it, because then I can get everything ready whilst he does that.
Mate, you're lagging all over the place.
It is a bit of my Wi-Fi is running on a bit of a slow one here. So the brackets we're going to do today is Premier League all-time midfielders. Now, obviously, I'm doing all-time midfielders to give Kieran the chance to still keep his the midfielders for the Premier League this season. If I can find my mouse, wherever that's disappeared to. There it is. So we're going to use the matchup mode, which will show the two players. So first up, Elliot, can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
Can you see the screen, Elliot?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
Wicked is the best midfielder out of them. I can hear you loud and clear, buddy.
Lovely.
So do we think... I can hear you, yes. We're just having some technical difficulties. So, is everything... Can you hear me properly?
Yeah. Yeah, it should be all good now.
Right. Wicked. Right. So Fabregas, or I think that's... You should know these two. Being an Arsenal fan yourself.
Yeah, we've got Fabregas and Petit. For me, it's going to have to be Fabregas. Obviously, our youngest ever captain. But yeah, for me, it's got to be Cesc.
I would agree with Fabregas. Kante, and I don't. This proves my whole Premier League knowledge. I don't know who that is.
Makalele.
Yeah, right. I'd have to go Kante.
I'll have to go Kante as well.
Scholes or Gerrard. Now, I mean, I know Kieran would kill me if I didn't go this one. I'm going Stevie G all the way.
Yeah, it's got to be Stevie G for me.
Oh, Lampard versus, I think that's Giggs, isn't it?
It's Roy Keane.
Oh, Roy Keane. I am sorry about old footballers.
For me, it's got to be Frankie Lampard.
Mata or I think so Fabregas or Kante.
Fabregas or Kante?
Yes.
Cesc. For me, it'd have to be Cesc. Oh, I think Gary's gone. Oh, is he back? Hello, you back?
Yes, we are back.
Nice.
Gerrard or Frankie?
Stevie G for me.
Nah, I'd have to go Lampard. Right, where's the coin? So, Ellie, you won't know about this, but me and Kieran did. If we disagreed, we got a coin and we did heads or tails.
Right.
So Stevie and tails is Frankie.
Okay.
It's heads, so it's Steven Gerrard. Right, so Yaya Toure is coming to this apparently. Hullet or Yaya Toure?
It's got to be Toure for me.
I would agree with that one as well. Fabregas or Gerrard?
Such a hard one. I'll have to go Stevie G.
I'm going Stevie.
As much as I don't want to say
Oh, Steven Gerrard or Yaya Toure?
Gerrard.
Kieran is still here in spirit. Ericsson or Kevin De Bruyne? I think there's only one we can really pick here. KDB.
Yeah.
Ozil or Silva?
Ozil.
Yeah, I think Ozil lit the Arsenal team alive. Luka Modric or Michael? Luka Modric or Michael Carrick?
Modric.
Yeah, I think Modric has proven himself to be one of the best all-time midfielders. Paul Pogba, Patrick Vieira.
It's got to be Vieira, captain of the Invincibles.
I've got to go Shabby here.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Xavi Alonso.
Oh, KDB versus Ozil. I think there's only one man that we can put
It's got to
forward.
be De Bruyne, isn't it?
Yet to win a Champions League, though.
Yeah.
Luka Modric versus Vieira.
It's got to be Modric, isn't it?
I'd say Modric for everything he's done throughout his career.
Yeah.
And I think this will lead to KDB versus Modric.
Kevin De Bruyne.
I think we'll both agree on Kevin De Bruyne, and it's going to be Stephen. Oh no, Xavi Alonso has somehow mixed into the fray here.
Kevin De Bruyne.
But yeah, I think it's got to be De Bruyne. So Steven Gerrard versus Kevin De Bruyne.
It's got to be De Bruyne for me.
Give me 1 second. I shall get back up. I'd say De Bruyne as well. Sorry, Kieran. But yeah, Kevin De Bruyne is at the brackets fight. A very, very incredible shout to have as enough one. So now all we can is now do it is Premier League captains for this. So there will be some ones in there that aren't with the club anymore, but started off as captain for their club. So, Elliot, can you just confirm you can see the screen for me?
Still loading in a minute. Yep, I can see it.
Right, wicked. So first off, we've got Cesar Azpilicueta, and the tiers are excellent, very good, meh, poor, or awful. Where do you think we should be putting Azpilicueta?
Where are we going in terms of captain qualities?
Yeah, a leadership, captain quality, even it could be put down to how he plays on the pitch as well.
For me, it's got to be very good.
I would have gone good, but I think we'll
I'm happy
respect your
either.
decision, and I think we'll go good. I think that's Harry Wilson, is it?
Tom Kearney.
Right, Tom Kearney. Right, ignore me. I'm so used to Kieran doing this. It just confuses me when I see different players. Your opinion on this?
I mean, he's not awful or he's not great. I'd put him in the meh. He's just meh.
I'll agree with you on that one. I bet Kieran is laughing his head off right now because I now know how awkward it is for him when he gets players wrong. Connor Cody for Wolves, even though he's not there no more.
I would put very good again.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that one.
I'll let you do the next one. I'll let you start with the next few.
Seamus Coleman, quite a serious injury against Leicester. Wasn't very nice at all that I seen of.
No.
I'm going to put him in good. I think he is a good captain. He leads the squad and he talks and makes people aware he's there. Jack Harrison I'm pretty sure that is, isn't it?
I can't even see properly who that is, to be honest with you. It's Liam Cooper, isn't it?
Leeds captain.
You're fairly sure it's Liam Cooper.
It is Liam Cooper.
Yeah.
I apologise for that one. Just seen the tattoos and it kind of looks like. I'm gonna go. I think Leeds have had
Yeah.
bit of a up and down season. Right, the next one, I think. Yeah, I think next one I've got to let you do because I know exactly where this man's going.
Well, for you, it'd go in excellent.
Yep.
Go on, I'll give it to you. Go on then.
Oh, fair. I wasn't expecting that one. And Kieran is probably we're gonna have a message by Kieran in the next few minutes. Why is Declan Rice in excellent?
I thought I'd give you
Lewis Dunk, which I think that is. It is,
yeah.
yes.
I would put him in very good again.
Yeah, I'd say very good. I think he could also drop to the top of very good. Just good, but yeah, he's there. Gundogan.
He's just, I don't know. I'd just put him in meh to good.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. Even though obviously Man City winning the titles, it's not just down to him. Jordan Henderson. Now, just remember, Kieran is watching.
Right, we'll put him in awful then.
Nah, to be fair, I'd say very good.
Yeah, not the greatest of players, but he is.
As a captain, he can use his voice. I actually don't know who the Brentford captain is.
Pontus Jansson.
Well, there you go. Where would you put him?
I'll just put him in meh again, to be honest with you.
Again, Bournemouth captain. I'm sorry, I don't even know who.
Is that Lloyd Kelly?
I will tell you in a minute. Bournemouth.
Oh, this looks bad on us.
It does, yeah.
Pitches are so small.
Bournemouth. Bournemouth captain is Gary O'Neill.
That's a manager.
Oh, Neto, sorry. But that's not Neto.
It's Lloyd Kelly.
Right, there we go. I'd say meh.
Yeah, again.
I'm poor with captains.
Jamal Lascelles.
Yeah, I was thinking it was something along the lines, but I just couldn't remember it.
I'd go probably
That's good. Yeah, I'd agree on that one.
Yeah.
Hugo Lloris.
Good again, in my opinion. Nothing special.
Harry Maguire. It's got to be poor.
Yeah.
John McGinn.
Big John McGinn.
Do you know what? He's pretty decent. I'll go good.
Yeah, I'd slap him in good.
You're going to have to help me with this one, Elliot. Crystal Palace.
Milivojevic.
I'd say meh.
Yeah, doesn't really play a lot anymore. I'd have to say meh.
Well, your boys, Arsenal, Martin Odegaard.
Very good.
I would have let you had excellent because he's a quality player.
He is.
Kasper Schmeichel, obviously not with Leicester anymore.
Very good.
Yep, very good quality keeper and good using his mouth to shout at people. James Ward-Prowse. I'd say good.
Yeah.
And then I don't know who the last one is.
Joe Worrell. I'd chuck him in good as well.
Obviously, there we
go. Always been a Forest lad.
I think we could boost Odegaard up to excellent.
Yeah, but that's look a bit biased.
I mean, it would, yes, but this is coming from me, and I think Odegaard is a quality player. But there we go. There is the FootieFanZone captains of the Premier League tier list, and that is it. I'm just going to check if we've had a comment from Kieran. We haven't, which is good. I don't know if I gather he is still watching.
He always finds a way to get involved, doesn't he?
Yeah, he'll always find a way, no matter what, even if he's not here. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you to Elliot for joining alongside me.
Good to be back.
It feels good to have you back as well. Just obviously like the trio of us. Whenever you're ready to come back, Kieran. But yeah, thank you so much. No pressure to come back, but when you're ready, you can just jump back into the leader role. But yeah, thank you so much for listening, guys, and watching, and we'll see you guys in a bit.